under the luminous glow of an extraordinary full moon. An energetic phenomenon unlike any other is unfolding. A double portal that signifies the convergence of two powerful energetic systems. This event is not merely about the visual appeal of a full moon illuminating the night sky. Rather, it is a celestial event marked by the rare and significant collision of potent cosmic forces. On one hand, the full moon itself emanates its own unique energy, a force traditionally associated with heightened intuition, emotional release, and the illumination of hidden truths. This energy alone is capable of sparking transformations in thoughts, feelings, and actions by drawing attention to both the seen and unseen aspects of our lives. However, what makes this occurrence truly remarkable is the simultaneous presence of another influential force that energizes the celestial stage: the end of Venus retrograde. Venus, renowned in astrology for its governance over love, beauty, and personal values, traditionally invites introspection when it moves in reverse, prompting individuals to reassess their relationships and sense of self-worth. As Venus transitions out of its retrograde period, it reorients itself into a direct, forward-moving trajectory, a shift that signals not only a return to outward expression in matters of the heart and self-esteem, but also a sudden surge in the clarity and assertiveness of one's desires. The termination of Venus's retrograde phase acts as a catalyst that reactivates suppressed energies, breaking free from the confines of internal reassessment and moving into a phase of renewed confidence and external manifestation. When these two powerful astrological influences, the full moon's vibrant energy and the transformative shift of Venus ending its retrograde, occur simultaneously, they create an environment akin to an energetic traffic jam. In this cosmic crossroad, intense, transformative forces collide, intertwine, and amplify one another, generating a dynamic space where significant personal and collective shifts can take place. This collision of energies is much more than a routine celestial alignment. It is an invitation to embrace transformation, urging individuals to confront hidden aspects of their inner world and to recalibrate their emotional and spiritual landscapes. The double portal acts as an energetic threshold, one that challenges existing paradigms and opens new avenues for healing, growth, and self-discovery. It is as though the universe is signaling that the time for waiting has ended, and the moment has arrived to step into a renewed version of oneself with all the clarity and strength needed to make transformative changes. In this light, the double portal does not merely offer the prospect of change, it demands that one acknowledges the power of alignment between cosmic energies and personal evolution, paving the way for an unprecedented awakening of the inner self. In the vast theater of the cosmos, an extraordinary transformation is unfolding as Venus, the celestial symbol of love, beauty, and value, emerges from its retrograde phase, initiating a profound reawakening that reaches far beyond simple matters of romance or aesthetics. This pivotal transition is not merely a celestial recalibration. It represents a dynamic shift that penetrates deep into the core of our personal identities, inviting each of us to re-examine our self-worth and the ideals that shape our lives. During its retrograde period, Venus encourages a period of introspection where we are forced to look inward, questioning the essence of our relationships, the foundations of our self-esteem, and the underlying values that dictate our choices. It is a time for revisiting past experiences, unresolved emotions, and dormant aspirations, as Venus casts a reflective light on our inner worlds. However, as Venus resumes its direct motion, It brings with it a surge of renewed energy that acts as a catalyst for change. This shift does not simply allow us to re-emerge into our external relationships. It redefines them by prompting a holistic re-evaluation of what truly matters. As this planetary energy transitions, we are subtly but powerfully urged to redefine our personal narratives, rewriting the stories we tell ourselves about who we are, what we value, and what we deserve in life. This cosmic realignment is akin to a sudden gust of wind that scatters the old constrictive leaves of outdated patterns, clearing the way for fresh, vibrant growth in our lives. The energy of Venus, moving into its direct course, creates a fertile ground for transformation, where individuals are encouraged to break free from self-imposed limitations, dismantle unhelpful belief systems, and bravely embrace new perspectives that resonate with their most authentic selves. In this period of renewal, the process of rewriting personal narratives becomes an act of reclaiming power. It is an opportunity to discard the masks we have worn, masks of insecurity, fear, or compromise, and step boldly into an empowered existence that reflects our true potential. The convergence of these potent energies serves as a reminder that transformation is not a passive occurrence, but a deliberate act of self-realization and courage. As Venus shifts and releases its reflective introspection, it also impels us to articulate our desires and dreams with clarity, demanding that we no longer settle for half-hearted compromises or settle for definitions of worth that no longer serve us. The energy inherent in this astronomical transition beckons us to embrace our vulnerabilities and strengths alike, to challenge the narratives that once confined us, and to forge paths that lead to greater self-discovery and fulfillment. In this cosmic dance of shifts and renewals, the end of Venus's retrograde phase emerges as a beacon of hope, a signal that invites each of us to step into the light of our evolving truth, celebrate our inherent value, and courageously create a life narrative that is both empowered and deeply aligned with who we are meant to be. Under the intense illumination of the full moon, a powerful process of energetic reactions unfolds, inviting us to confront the deceptions we have long clung to and the distractions that keep us from accessing our true potential. This celestial event acts like a brilliant mirror, reflecting back to us the illusion of fake harmony that we so often mistake for stability, the overthinking that clouds our judgment, and the self-sabotaging behaviors we mistakenly perceive as acts of control. Rather than providing comfort, these illusions are exposed as mere smokescreens that obscure the deeper, transformative messages the universe is trying to impart. In the rush of daily life, many find themselves caught up in reactive behaviors, chasing superficial desires and momentary validation, which only serve to entangle them further in confusion and misdirection, keeping them from seeing the clarity that lies beneath the surface. The full moon does not simply illuminate the external world. Its energy works at a profound internal level, breaking through the habitual patterns and internalized narratives that have long limited our growth. This is not a call for blind adherence to celestial predictions, but rather an invitation to trust the quiet, persistent voice within that has always known the truth beneath the layers of fear and pretense. For some, this moment arrives unannounced, as the full moon catalyzes an energetic activation that prompts a deep personal shift. Individuals may find themselves inexplicably drawn to introspection and self-discovery, even if they have never considered themselves inclined toward such energies before. This activation is not predicated on prior belief in astrology or other mystical frameworks. It transcends labels and offers a genuine opportunity to step away from the hustle of chasing after illusions and instead focus on what is authentically transformative. In this state of heightened awareness, the transient distractions of daily life, those persistent illusions of safety found in overanalysis, and the desperate clinging to outdated methods of control, begin to dissolve, revealing a much bolder and more profound truth. The full moon's potent energy compels us to reassess our internal landscapes, urging us to replace the deceptive narratives with a more honest, intuitive understanding of who we are and what we are truly capable of. As we allow ourselves to be activated by this relentless cosmic energy, we start to see that the distractions we have long assumed to be the fabric of our reality are in fact mirages, windows into our own resistance to change. In shedding these illusions, we open up space for genuine transformation, a recalibration of our inner world that aligns our desires, actions, and deeper longings with the truth of our being. This process, both subtle and powerful, challenges us to step beyond the comfortable patterns of behavior and embrace an energy that is raw, transformative, and authentically aligned with our heart's desires. Ultimately, the full moon serves as both a revealer of familiar but limiting illusions and a dynamic catalyst for personal activation, pushing us to overcome distractions and step confidently into a space defined by clarity, self-trust, and a commitment to our own evolving truth. Beyond the influence of the moon's potent energies, another significant celestial event is unfolding that adds a remarkable dimension to the overall energetic landscape: dynamic solar activity. In parallel with the lunar events capturing our attention, a vast and active sunspot cluster is emerging on the surface of the Sun. This development is not merely a visual curiosity for astronomers. It serves as a potent source of energetic vibrations that extend their impact all the way to our planet. As these sunspots grow in size and intensity, they create conditions ripe for solar flares, explosive bursts of energy that can interact with Earth's magnetic field in profound ways. The effects of these solar flares are multifaceted, operating on both physical and emotional levels, and they represent an additional layer of energetic influence that complements the lunar phenomena. When solar flares reach Earth, they have the potential to disrupt not only our technological networks, affecting satellites, communications, and even power grids, but also our personal energetic states. Many individuals may experience subtle, physical symptoms as the electromagnetic disturbances ripple through our environment. Common effects might include sensations of dizziness or unexpected bouts of fatigue, which can be attributed to the body's response to shifts in the natural electromagnetic flow. Simultaneously, there are often reports of heightened emotional sensitivity and an increase in intuitive responses during periods of intense solar activity. This heightened state can manifest as a deeper awareness of one's internal emotional landscape, where feelings and hunches become more pronounced or even overwhelming, urging individuals to pay closer attention to their inner guidance. In this context, the sunspot activity and the resultant solar flares act as an amplifier for our inherent biological and emotional rhythms, stirring a convergence of energies that propels us towards a state of greater self-awareness and receptivity. The interplay between this solar activity and the ongoing lunar events creates a rich tapestry of energetic influences, where the delicate balance between external celestial phenomena and internal physical and emotional responses becomes vividly apparent. It is as if the cosmos is orchestrating a symphony of energies, each contributing its own distinct note to the overall harmony, urging us to recognize that our physical sensations and emotional responses are deeply intertwined with the rhythms of the universe. Ultimately, these solar effects remind us that the power of celestial events extends far beyond visual splendor, directly influencing our internal states and offering unique opportunities for introspection and transformation. In a time when the cosmos calls for introspection and boldness, the energy of the full moon intertwines with the core of personal accountability and empowerment, inviting each individual to rise above the mundane and embrace a more authentic existence. At its heart, the call is for clear intent and declaration, a powerful reminder that true strength is not about projecting an image of power or settling for the status quo, but about aligning deeply with one's genuine values. The energy radiating from this lunar phase compels us to examine the narratives we have long accepted and encourages us to break free from patterns of self-deception and complacency. Rather than masking our vulnerabilities with false confidence, or simply playing along with expectations, we are urged to stand in our truth and articulate our desires and boundaries with unwavering clarity. This energetic push insists that the manner in which we communicate our inner truths not only reflects who we are, but also shapes the responses we receive from the universe. As our words and actions set in motion ripple effects that influence our personal realities. The message here is unequivocal. Authenticity is transformative, and when we stop faking power and begin to claim what we truly deserve, we unlock a profound energetic resonance that redefines our relationships, career pursuits, and emotional landscapes. Moreover, this period of heightened lunar activity is not a time for hesitation or perfectionism. It calls for activation through courage. It is a period in which waiting for the perfect moment or clear-cut plan is replaced by the necessity of taking even the smallest, most courageous step toward the life we envision. Each act of bravery, each honest declaration of one's true self, serves as a gateway to profound transformation, sparking shifts that go far beyond the superficial and permeate every facet of our existence. In relationships, this energy dissolves outdated dynamics and ushers in a space where genuine connection can flourish, free from the constraints of pretense or societal pressure. In personal and financial arenas, it stokes a fire of initiative, compelling us to reimagine our paths and realign our actions with the wealth of our inner potential, rather than external validation. Emotionally, it acts as both salve and catalyst, encouraging us to let go of past hurts and limiting beliefs, while simultaneously inviting us to express our true feelings without fear or reservation. This dual emphasis on clear intent and courageous activation forms the cornerstone of a new paradigm where personal power is reclaimed and the illusion of limitation is shattered. The full moon's energy is not a passive, indifferent light, but a dynamic force that challenges us to confront our internal narratives and boldly articulate our visions for the future. With each step taken in truthful self-expression, there is a corresponding shift in how the universe responds, aligning external circumstances with our highest intentions. In essence, this is a call for radical self-empowerment, to see one's true worth, to boldly declare one's needs, and to act it decisively even if the path forward is uncertain. In doing so, we not only invite transformative changes in our own lives, but also set the stage for a broader ripple effect that can elevate our communities and relationships. By embracing this moment as an opportunity to rewrite our internal scripts and to take decisive action toward our authentic goals, we step into a realm where personal accountability and energetic alignment converge, unleashing a power that resonates far beyond the individual. The universe is listening, and it responds to those who dare to declare their truth, urging us to act now with passion and purpose so that our lives reflect the deep-seated values we dare to embody. For individuals with significant astrological placements in Libra and Taurus, this celestial event promises profound transformations that extend well beyond the mundane. For those with influential Libra energy, this period signals a departure from the superficial semblance of balance that may have characterized their recent experiences. Rather than settling for an equilibrium maintained solely for the sake of appearances, Libras are being called to embrace a deeper, more authentic form of balance, one that can be disruptive in nature as it challenges and dismantles long-held patterns of behavior and thought. This is not merely a gentle nudge toward change, but an invitation to re-examine and reconfigure the very foundations upon which relationships, personal values, and social interactions are built. In doing so, Libras are encouraged to break free from a state of complacency and to venture into a realm where true fairness and inner harmony are attainable, even if that path requires temporary instability or conflict. In contrast, individuals with dominant Taurus influences find that the transformation unfolding during this time is both tangible and all-encompassing. For Tauruses, the shift reaches into the very physical and emotional core of their being, acting as a full-body recalibration that goes beyond mere sentimentality. This energetic realignment challenges entrenched habits, providing an opportunity to re-examine routines and comfort zones that have defined their existence for years. The process can be intense, stirring not only emotional responses but also physical sensations, making it clear that the transformation is holistic. The typical Taurus resistance to change, often marked by a desire for security and stability, is being urged to give way to a more dynamic and adaptive approach to life. This recalibration is less about losing the comfort of the familiar and more about shedding outdated patterns that no longer serve the higher purpose of personal growth and fulfillment. Together, the astrological influences on Libra and Taurus underscore a universal call for transformation. Whether by redefining balance in interpersonal relationships and inner lives, or by initiating a deep, almost visceral renewal of one's entire being. This dual emphasis on the internal restructuring of equilibrium and the physical manifestation of change highlights that such celestial events are not abstract or remote occurrences, but are intimately connected with the individual's journey towards authentic self-expression and growth. For both signs, the energy of the moment serves as a powerful catalyst, encouraging them to step out of their comfort zones and embrace a future defined by renewed authenticity and purpose. This transformative energetic event stands as both a rigorous test and an open invitation, a universal call to awaken our inner selves and embrace a higher state of awareness. It challenges us to attune ourselves to those subtle, yet unmistakably powerful nudges that the universe sends our way, often manifesting as moments of synchronicity or intuitive whispers that beckon us toward a deeper inner truth. In the midst of our everyday distractions, these gentle signals serve as reminders that our true potential lies dormant beneath the layers of old beliefs and conditioned responses. Rather than merely following the routines and expectations that have long dictated our actions, we are urged to break free from the habitual chase of illusions that promise fulfillment, yet leave us feeling empty and disconnected. Instead, this energy calls us to abandon the remnants of outdated patterns, whether they manifest as fears, self-doubt, or the persistent clinging to appearances, and to claim the inner power and authenticity that have always resided within us. It is an invitation to cultivate a profound awareness of our unique path, to recognize that the subtle hints and occasional flashes of insight are not random occurrences, but deliberate signposts guiding us toward a more meaningful and truthful existence. The event asserts that transformation does not arrive by waiting for external validation or permission. Rather, it is catalyzed when we dare to listen to that inner voice that has been whispering our true worth all along. With this newfound awareness, we are encouraged to redefine our relationship with ourselves and the world by discarding limiting beliefs and embracing a life where every choice is a deliberate declaration of our value. This journey toward self-realization is not about superficial change, but a complete realignment of the mind, body, and spirit, a process in which even the smallest shifts in perspective can ignite powerful changes that resonate across every facet of our lives. Ultimately, this event serves as a beacon, illuminating the path to empowerment and urging us to step boldly into our true selves, free from the constraints of the past. It reminds us that the journey toward authenticity, while challenging, is essential for unlocking the full spectrum of our potential, inviting us to engage in an honest dialogue with ourselves and to live a life that is not only fully awakened, but also deeply aligned with the core of who we are.